مرحبا أهلا وسهلا بكم. Welcome again to our Gateway to Arabic Book 4. Lesson today is lesson 28. We are approaching the end of this book. MashaAllah. Now, today we are going to do a comprehensive revision of how numbers are used in Arabic. Let's divide them into sections. The first section, let's look at number 1 and number 2 and how they are used. Now, if you use number 1 and number 2, they need to come after the noun. You will say, waladun wahidun, one boy. Bintun wahidatun, one girl. Now, you will see that we put them after the noun and it's acting like an adjective. It's a reinforcement. So waladun, that's a male, that's a child or a boy. Wahidun, that's a masculine version of number 1. Bintun, a girl. Wahidatun, and that's the feminine version of number 1. Okay. Number 2, you will say waladani. When you say waladan, we have already learnt in the past that any ending indicating there are 2 of the noun. So waladani means 2 boys. If you elect to then use 2, you put it after that to reinforce it. You will say waladani ithnani. Bintun, a girl. Bintani, 2 girls. If you use number 2, you say bintani ithnatani. Now, from this, we learn that if we use number 1 and number 2, they need to come after the noun. Also, they need to be of the same gender as the noun that they are counting or they are modifying. Okay. Third thing is the case ending must be the same. What do I mean by case ending? If the noun is in the nominative position or nominative case, such as damma, for instance, waladun, then the number 1 also needs to say wahidun, wahidun, waladun, wahidun. If you say bintun, you say wahidatun. But if we say waladan for grammatical reason, waladan, like I saw a boy, ra'aytu waladan, the number also must be in accusative as well. Mansub, wahidan. So waladan, wahidan. Bintan, wahidatan. If for grammatical reason you have kasra, for instance, in the genitive, waladin, like ذهبت مع waladin, you will say wahidin. Bintin, wahidatin. So the case ending must match the noun that they are modifying. In the number 2, you say waladani ithnani, same ending. Bintani ithnatani, the same ending. Waladaini ithnaini. Bintaini ithnataini. Good. So we've established the way we are using number 1 and number 2. Other rules relating to number 1 and number 2 is this. Wherever you may find number 1 or number 2, whether standing alone or part of another number, any number like 11 or 12 or 22, 21, 91, 92, wherever you may find number 1 and number 2, they are always of the same gender as the noun being counted. That is very important. as you will see as we're going along. But bear that in mind. Number one and number two, always of the same gender as the noun being counted, regardless whether they are standalone, which we call adad fardiya, or part of another number, whether is murakkab, as you would know, or ma'tuf, you will know that later on as well. Okay, that's number one, number two done, hopefully. Okay, let's now move to number 3 to number 10. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's stop at number 9 for now. How do we use those? Rule number 1. Unlike number 1 and number 2, those numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 always opposite in gender of the noun being counted. If you are counting masculine, you use feminine numbers. If you are counting feminine nouns, you use masculine numbers of these 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Always. Regardless whether they are standing alone or part of other numbers. Okay, we'll give you an example. Don't panic. We're going to use number 3 as a template, which you can then apply it to number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, how do we do that? Let's say we want to count 3 boys. We say 3 boys. Boys is, plural is awlad. Previously we learned that waladun, that's a boy, waladani, that's 2 boys. Boys is awlad. Okay, let's now say 3 boys. So because boys, they are masculine, you have to use feminine version of number 3, which means the one with ta marbuta. So we will say ثلاثة أولاد. I will explain it, don't worry. ثلاثة أولاد. You can see ثلاثة. That's feminine version of number 3 because we are counting boys. Okay, if you want to say 3 girls, we will say, we know bintun is a girl, bintani, that's 2 girls. Now, banat is girls, plural. So, 3 girls would say, thalathu. You see, without ta marbuta, we use masculine version of number 3. Thalathu banatin. So, ثلاثة أولاد ثلاث بنات. Explanation. The numbers themselves in this construct, the case ending of them, that's we're using number 3 as an example, it has to take single vowel. That single vowel, depending on what is happening in the sentence, may be nominative, may be u, like a ثلاثة أولاد, ثلاث بنات. It can also be fatha if the structure of the sentence demands that. It can be ثلاثة أولاد ثلاث بنات. It can be kasra, genitive, ثلاثة أولاد or ثلاث بنات. So they are flexible in that case. They can take, but they cannot take tenween. They cannot take, you cannot put double vowels on them because The reason simply is because it's defined by attributing it to another noun. Okay? What about the second noun? أولاد بنات. What's happening there? The second noun in this structure must be genitive. In this case, kasra. كسرة ثلاثة 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 أولاد ثلاث ثلاثة ثلاث بنات. And also you see that those numbers, they come first, unlike number 1 and number 2. Okay? All the things that we just said now can be applied to number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Whew. I hope you're following that. Yes. Okay, that's our first division. So we have the number 1, number 2, we know what to do. And now we have number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we have explained the rules governing them. Okay. Okay, now let's now move to number 10. Number 10 has 2 rules really. Rules number 1 is easy. It's the same as 3 to 9. Meaning, if you use number 10 alone, if you use it standing alone, it follows the rules of number 3 to number 9, which means it will be opposite in gender. So if you want to say 10 boys, you will say so, which means you have to use the feminine number 10 with ta marbuta. You will say عشرة وعشرة وعشرتي if the structure of the sentence demands that. عشرة and then أولاد. عشر بنات. So that's because number 10 is standing alone. Those are called الأعداد الفردية, when they are not combined with another number. So those are أعداد الفردية, meaning stand-alone numbers. Okay, but if number 10 happens to be part of another number, and that can happen when you are saying number 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. That's when you can have number 10 again, but as a part of another numbers. That kind of a structure of the numbers is called al-a'dad al-murakkaba. Al-a'dad al-murakkaba, meaning it is really being combined with another number. So, remember, number 3 to number 9, always opposite in gender, regardless whether standing alone or part of another number. But as for number 10, when it's standing alone, it is always opposite. But when it is part of another number, which we can find 11 to 19, then number 10 would be of the same gender of nouns being counted. Okay, so let's illustrate that now. Let's look at number 10 when it's a part of another number. So that's to bring us to this third section of our number structure. First one, number 1 and 2. The second one is number 3 to number 9. And then now let's look at number 11 to number 19. Yeah. Okay. Now, how do we achieve number 11? Now, 11 to 19, you have 2 numbers. 1, 10. Not and 10, just 1, 10. Nothing between them. 1, 10. 2, 10. 3, 10. 4, 10. 5, 10. 6, 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9, 10. That's 19. Okay, each of the number we need to pay attention. Remember, we say number 1 and number 2 always of the same gender. So it doesn't matter whether standing alone or apart. So now let's see how we're going to achieve number 11. Right. Number 11. Now you don't use wahid and 10. You use another form of 1. Here we go. There we go. So if let's pretend we want to count 11 boys. That's masculine. What's going to happen? The 1 bit will be of the same gender. The 10 bit also will be of the same gender because it's in the in conjunction with another number. So we will say ahada. So we don't say wahid. You use this form of 1. Ahada, and that's it. That's masculine. Ahada. If you are counting boys, once you say ahada, you know you are going to count a masculine, because number 1 is always of the same gender as a noun being counted. So ahada, okay, and then we say number 10 here need to be masculine as well. Ahada ashara, and then the boy, you say waladan. Oh, a lot of rules embedded there. Let's unpack it. Yeah. Now, let's look at that phrase again. Ahada ashara waladan. Okay. Ahada, that's 1 and it's masculine and it's carrying fatha. Okay. Ashara, and that's 10 and it's masculine and it's carrying fatha. And then the noun being counted, waladan, and that's a singular but with 2 fatha. Of course, you need the alif to support it. So the nouns being counted, once you are over 10, 11, the noun being counted will be singular format with 2 fatha on it. Wow. Remember when we are counting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 as a standalone numbers? Our noun being counted is in plural format. Awladin, banatin. But once you want to reach 11, the noun being counted now becomes singular, but with 2 fatha. So ahada, ashara, waladan. And all of them, they have fatha, fatha, fatha. Wow. That's the rules governing the al-adad al-murakkaba. You know? So, here we go. What about if I want to say 11 girls? So I need to find the form of which the feminine version of ahada. And that is ihda. Ihda. Okay, once I say ihda, I'm counting feminine. So the number 10 also has to be feminine. So I'll say ihda ashrata bintan. Singular but 2 fatha. Ihda ashrata bintan. Please look at these 2 lines for me. Compare, contrast, so we can establish the understanding. Ahada, that's number 1 and is masculine. This is form of number 1 you use when you want to say 11. You don't use wahid. So ahada, 1 and it's carrying fatha and it's masculine. Ashara, and that's number 10 and is masculine and is carrying fatha. Waladan, boy, and is singular and has 2 fathas. The second line is a ihda, that's the version, feminine version of ahada. ashrata, that's a feminine 10 and it's carrying fatha. And then we have bintan, singular, carrying 2 fatha. Wow. I hope you're following this. Okay, let's move now to number 12. Again, we know that number 2, whatever they may be, they always of the same gender as noun being counted. Okay. So how do we say 12 boys? We would say ithna. So we don't say ithnani. We remove the noun from the 2. Ithna. So noun is deleted. Ithna ashara waladan. Again, ashara now is masculine and is fatha and have waladan. So ithna ashara waladan. 12 girls. We'll say ithnata rather than ithnatani. We also will remove the noun. Ithnata ashrata bintan. That's nominative. If we are in the accusative, such as ithnaini, again we remove the noun. We say ithnai ashara waladan. Ithnai ashara waladan. For ithnataini, for feminine, we say ithnatay, again noun is being removed. Ithnatay ashrata bintan. Okay, next section is how do we deal with number 13 to number 19. Again, I'm going to give you the number 3 as our template. Okay, remember number 3 to number 9, wherever they may be, they always have to be opposite in gender of the noun being counted. So, we say, if you want to count 13 boys, so the 3 part has to be feminine. We say thalathata, and the 10 part, because it's part of another letter, another number, has to be the same gender. So we say thalathata ashara waladan. Thalathata ashara waladan. Say fatha, fatha, fatha. And that fatha, fatha will never change, regardless of the structure of the sentence. Always you maintain that fatha. Thalathata ashara waladan. For girls, you say thalatha without ta marbuta, but with fatha on the tha. Thalatha ashrata bintan. Thalatha ashrata bintan. So that's 13 girls. Use the same thing for, let's say you want to say 15 girls. You just say خمسة without ta marbuta. عشرة bintan. For 15 boys, you say خمسة تا مربوطة خمسة عشرة ولدا. 18 boys, ثمانية عشرة ولدا. 18 girls, ثمانية without ta مربوطة عشرة بنتا. 19 girls, تسعة without ta مربوطة with فتحة تسعة عشرة بنتا. 19 boys. 19 ولدا. Wow, I think it's better that we stop here. So we deal with the number 20 to number 99 next lesson, I think, because a lot is going on here. Please do revise this, and hopefully I'll see you next time when we pick it up from number 20 all the way to number 99, inshallah. Well done and good luck. I shall see you next lesson, lesson 29, inshallah. In the meantime, مع السلامة. إلى اللقاء. في أمان الله.